to come on the show. Let's bring in now National Senator Matt Canavan and commentator Jason Morrison. Great to see you both. Matt, I want to get your reaction to Trump's appointments. I know you follow them all closely. What do you think of his key picks so far?
Well, it's definitely shaking things up, Shari, and I think you've summed it up well. When you set off a whirlwind, you know it's going to come back at you, and that's what's happened here. I think. Look, I'm happy to give everybody a go. I think there's obviously a big mess to clean up over there. It's been a shocking 4 years in the United States on the economic front, on the geopolitical front, and yes, on the lawfare front as well. I've spoken in Parliament myself how I am very saddened to see what are in effect political prisoners in the US, in the likes of Peter Navarro and Steve Bannon, who are fortunately now released from jail. Certainly many of the people that went away for walking through the Capitol building on January 6th seem hard to explain too. There were some that were engaged in violent and destructive conduct, and they seemingly deserved to be sanctioned, but others just seemingly walked in, and you've got grandmas and others being chased down, raided, locked up. It's just remarkable. So I'm happy to give all of these guys a go to clean up this mess. I hope it doesn't end up in a spiral of political tit for tat in the United States, because we need a stable United States as a strong partner in our region. Let's hope they can clean it up.
Yeah, Jason, there will be the temptation to seek revenge through the courts on some of their political enemies, and you know, where it's justified, sure, where there's a strong case for it. But if not, wouldn't it be more sensible to try remove politics from the justice system, like in Australia?
Yeah, something that Americans would be shocked that someone wouldn't go into politics for revenge. I don't think there's necessarily a track record in Trump's history to date that shows that he goes in to square up scores. In fact, I mean, as much as he should, because God, they went after him. The temptation will be there, and probably people in the administration will be saying, go do it. But you've got to hit a reset button, because people voted for a reset button. And I think that's what's so interesting about these selections, is that we didn't vote for the same old in America, if I can use the collective we. People over there, they voted for a change. They voted for a different way. It was in all the ads, you know, vote for President Trump for a different way, a different approach. A different way is not doing what everyone's always done. And as much as it's really easy for, you know, a lot of the clowns that you just showed in those clips there that were criticising Trump's decisions and his appointments, the American people wanted that reset button hit, and they wanted patriots, and they wanted people who actually were prepared to challenge the assumptions to come back. So, you know, to answer your question specifically, I really hope that they don't go and seek revenge. But, gee, it must be tempting. I mean, they did everything to that guy, right down to, you know, extrajudicial powers beyond the criminal, and then, God, the assassination. Who will ever know the truth about what that was about? Yeah,
indeed.
Can I say one more thing too, Shari, here? These appointments also, to my mind, show up the limits of the Albanese government's diplomatic outreach. From reports, it would seem that their outreach to the Trump campaign amounted to meeting with Mike Pompeo about 12 months ago. And he's missed out, of course, and I'm not making any commentary on Mike, but it was clear to anybody watching this that there was a very strong chance that Donald Trump's next term, if there were to be a next term at the time, would be very different from the first term. He could staff his organisation with very different people. We've got the likes of Tulsi Gabbard, a former Democrat, today announced as well. And it would seem that Penny Wong and Anthony Albanese have been found completely flat-footed here and just simply haven't done the groundwork to build relationships with this different element of the Trump world. And that's possibly going to cost us in the long term as a country.
And exactly, not only haven't they built the relationships, but we're seeing Elon Musk appear as one of the most influential figures so far with Donald Trump himself. And Albanese has gone out of his way to smash Elon Musk. I mean, he's held press conferences about Elon Musk. So, you know, none of this is a good sign. And you look at them, they couldn't be. I've made a lot of comments about this, but you couldn't get two different people or two different values or ideologies or policies than we will see under Donald Trump than Albanese.